What's going on, YouTube? I'm AJ, and today I'm going to do a little gun update for you, specifically on my DSC comped Prodigy. So this gun has kind of become my go-to T&E gun for the channel as far as testing optics, testing parts, and as such, I've continued to kind of modify it, have fun with it in that role, and most recently I kind of raided my parts bin to upgrade it a little bit, bring it a little bit more up to performance snuff. So I wanted to kind of show you guys what's going on with the pistol right now, and also let you know what I'm planning to do with it in the future for education and comparison purposes. So without further ado, let's take it over the tabletop, get a close-up of what is happening with the pistol that I now affectionately call the Battle Hag.
Alright, so the Battle Hag. Obviously on this one we have the DSC drop-in barrel comp. You can see it's a short cone comp. It is a drop-in part, however the fit of it regarding accuracy is not the best. We'll touch on that here in a little bit. On this one I've added the EGW slide stop. I like this piece a lot better than the factory piece. It provides a nice ledge and really takes advantage of the nice undercut that the Prodigies already have. Coming back here we have a set of Nighthawk ambidextrous thumb safeties. They're just my personal favorite design. They sit a little bit lower than like the EGW offerings. The fit is perfect, nice and tactile. No more ledge movement. Back here is a drop-in pinned grip safety from Miller Precision. The overall fit is very good. I was pretty surprised with it. Doesn't really rattle, and ergonomically is a very comfortable piece. The mag catch is now a drilled and tapped, I believe it's an EGW piece. It's very similar in overall design to a Dawson, but much smoother operation than the previous very gritty factory piece. The magwell, also from EGW, has a nice opening. It is a very large piece. It adds quite a bit of size to the gun, but in function it's very nice. The optic on it at the moment is a Gowutar A20 that I'm testing out, and so far I've actually been pretty pleased with it. The ignition is actually some pieces I took out of an old Dan Wesson Specialist. So it removes the MIM pieces that come from the factory, and I was able to tune it to a nice 2.5 pound brake. The trigger shoe itself is from Red Dirt. If I'm honest, it doesn't fit particularly well. It's very loose, but it gets my finger where I want it to be with a flat face that's familiar to me. Take up is nice, and the brake is very nice on the pistol. Now that said, the pistol is very loose, so that's the slide rattling. That's the trigger. The grip safety doesn't really rattle anymore because we replaced it with a pinned piece. But it's a very audible pistol. No movement there. You'll note, you can't really hear it, there's a little bit of movement in the hood. So we're likely not getting any barrel leg contact and actually getting some movement with the slide stop. So drop-in piece, you kind of got to ask yourself what your priorities are when you buy something that is drop-in on a 1911 or 2011. But that's the current state of the gun. Let's take it out of the range and see how she performs.
Alright, so obviously right now the shooting performance of this pistol is really exceptional, at least inside 15 yards. The problem is the fit and the accuracy of the overall product. So this may be the least accurate gun I've ever owned. I'm getting somewhere in the 2 to 3 inch group range from a bench rest at 15 yards, which doesn't really matter on a plate rack at 7 yards, but being that I'm using this to test different optics, it actually makes the gun rather difficult to zero. And when I bring it out to 50 yards for like a 5x50 drill, the gun is utterly useless. If that was the only thing going on with it, that would be fine, but as you probably noticed from the tabletop portion, the gun is loose. And not kinda loose, it's Colt loose. Which again, alone not the end of the world, but it really takes away a feeling of quality from an otherwise very nicely performing pistol. Now, you may have picked up in the title what the next step for this gun is going to be, and that is a trip over to Mercier Pistol Works, where Eric is going to fit the barrel, fit an Everglades trigger, and do AccuRails to it to improve the slide to frame fit. We're also going to do a disconnector cut while it's there to really smoothen up the slide action. And at that point, I suspect this will be one of the best guns I've used. But only time will tell. Stay tuned for the follow-up video when that work is done. We'll see how it groups, see how it performs, and go from there. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.